Count Christian. This is acCOUNTable, episode number 1. Man, I'm so happy for this one because this is the first thing I'm ever shooting in my very own studio. That's where we're at right now. You see me. We shining, man. Finally got up out of my mama's house. It's a blessing. It's a blessing. So I just wanted to let you guys know this is acCOUNTable number 1, and I'm here with one of my best friends in the whole wide world, my boy Cyoung. We do our own podcast together called 202. So if you guys, haven't heard of it, go check that out. What's going on, my boy?
What's up, man? I'm glad to be here, man.
I am too.
Proud of you, brother.
Thank you, my boy. And I'm proud of you. Let's talk about what you've done this year. So you got your song in MLB The Show. Have you seen your streams go up a little bit more since then?
Yeah, man, it's crazy. So since then, me and my homeboy, Demont, our homeboy, Demont,
a friend of the 2 of 2 show.
Right. So we dropped our song last year, See It Through. It ended up on the MLB The Show soundtrack, and since then the streams have been going up. So it's crazy because when we dropped the tape, Demont told me, he was like, "We're gonna get 100K streams on this EP."
Have you guys got that yet?
We're almost there.
Where y'all at?
I think we're at I don't want to put that on the show. What we doing?
I mean, I wanted to know.
I mean, shit, I think overall, we're at I know on Apple Music we're at 29K overall.
Okay.
And then I think Spotify, I can probably pull up the Spotify numbers real quick.
I know you got more on Spotify. I remember last time I checked, it was 40K.
Spotify got the most. I'm just talking about the EP altogether, though.
Oh, I was just talking about See It Through. What is See It Through at?
See It Through on Spotify. Oh, this isn't the last. It's 55K.
And one of you motherfuckers commented on 2 of 2's one day and said, "Y'all need couches. I know y'all bags hurt." So here it is. Yeah. But yeah, it's at what?
It's at it's at 55K. See It Through, and then Who Got You's at 32K. So
yeah, almost there.
We all together. That's on Spotify alone. That's about 80, 90K with all the songs all together, and then Apple Music is about, I want to say, 50K. So all together, I mean, we almost at our goal.
How do you feel about that?
Might be there. I don't know. Don't excuse my math.
How do you feel about that?
Honestly, bro, it's very unreal, bro. I've been making music since a very young age, bro. 6th grade type shit.
What's that, 12 years old?
Yeah, bro. Literally 11, 12 years old, bro. Making music, writing in the composition books, and class not even paying attention and shit, bro. It's crazy to see now. I've had songs in the past that's gotten thousands of streams, but to see some shit 50K and shit's unreal, bro. Shit's unreal.
Yeah, so since then, have you seen increase in groupies, or how's the bitches going? The DMs been fire. I gotta ask.
I don't want to call them groupies, but it has been a lot of
I mean, if they weren't there before the song and they are now, if they weren't there before the song was in MLB The Show and then they are now, they kind of are. I've seen some do just to have my own studio space. Right, so I know you definitely seen some.
Right. Hey, see, congrats! Congrats on the new shit. Yeah,
and now they lingering in the DMs. It used to just be one comment and done. Now it's they lingering around.
Right.
So.
I can say since I've been put in the game, it has been more more. Because now in general, people don't really believe in what you're doing until you do something.
Literally.
So now that they see
because we've been doing this podcast and shit for what, 2 years, 3 years?
2 years, almost 3 years.
Yeah, and that's just together. You was doing it a little bit more before.
Right. So for me, about 3 years. Yeah, 3 or 4, almost 4.
Yeah, man. Crazy. So we gonna tell me about the bitches or what? Was it
I mean, yeah. So I would say since then, they recognize, what I'm saying. But I ain't gonna call them groupies, what I'm saying. The young ladies just showing love.
Are they in abundance?
But I will say, being a rapper, bro. I've been rapping since I was in 6th grade. So I that's how I started kind of getting girls. Cause that was kind of my identity.
Well, you were rapping to the bitches? You think you LL Cool J?
Not really rap. I mean, don't get me wrong. I used to write raps for bitches that'd be write a song for me.
So you Lil Yachty. That's what you are.
But I ain't do that too much. But just off the fact of me being a rapper, every school I go to, oh yeah, he raps. And then I used to put my songs on Facebook. I used to, how people used to do my status. I'd be like my status if you want to get tagged in my new song. and then like
Oh, that's dope.
50 people, 60.
Was that middle school when you were doing that?
Middle school, mainly middle school, high school. And so I was getting like known. People would be like, oh, I know your song this, because when I drop a song, I would tag everybody that would, that would like it. So that's kind of how I would like promo my shit back in the day. So like just me being known as a rapper, not even being like a known local rapper or nothing, but just like in the community, amongst the high schools and middle schools, like that kind of was already getting me girls at a younger age. So it's like the game shit, it kind of elevated the shit, but it's like it was kind of
You been used to this.
Yeah, like, cause it's like shit.
That nigga Bow Wow for real, y'all.
No, nah, bro. You know how the rapper shit just be different, bro. It be different, bro. When people just think you a rapper, like when people look at you like a rapper, it's like, oh, rap something for like it. I don't know, bro. I just look at it.
Does that
like,
get annoying? That sounds like that would get annoying. Like you tell somebody I'm a rapper, and like, oh yeah, start freestyling. Like what the fuck?
Do one of your songs, like it's just different, bro.
Nigga think
like,
I'm a servant? Like what the fuck?
it's different. Any nigga that make music, no, it's like when you a rapper, it's just like people just look at you different.
Like you just
bro.
gonna perform that bitch off the cuff.
I had teachers that used to call me Cyoung, bro. Like didn't ask. I had a teacher who used to call me Cyoung, bro. Like he called me Cyoung to my mom. Like I think it was like the after school events. Like the teacher was like, oh, that's Cyoung. My mom was like,
Nigga, what? That's John. What are you talking
like
about?
the rapper shit, it's different, bro. It just make people like look at you differently. That's why like
I bet you that
nowadays,
now
that I'm grown, what'd you say?
Not to cut you off, but I bet you that teacher's proud of you now.
I mean, shit, if they see me, I don't know. They probably don't. I might not even be in their radar. I don't know. But it's just like now that I'm
older. If they found
older.
out about the song being inside MLB The Show, they
if they find out and they see that, they probably be like, what the fuck?
what the fuck? So how big of an accomplishment was that for you?
It was a huge accomplishment, bro. Like I ain't never really did nothing in music, like as far as like anything on a mainstream kind of level. And I mean, if you even want to call this a mainstream, I mean, it's a game that's, I'm pretty sure it's out in all over the world. But this was a huge accomplishment for me, bro. Music wise, I never thought, honestly, I was losing hope. I didn't know if I was ever gonna blow.
Oh, was this like the adrenaline shot?
Yeah, bro. Like, it was getting to the point. I used to do hundreds of songs a year. It was getting to the point that year, 2022, 2021, I'm slowing up on the music. Like, I'm just getting out of school, so I'm like, shit.
Yeah, I remember that time.
Fuck this shit. Like, it ain't getting nowhere. But then it's like, that shit happened. It's like, damn, I can't give up. Like, I can't. Even if at them times where I feel again where it's like, fuck this shit, I got to snap right back into it.
So, you think you got your money's worth with that? You think they gave you what you deserve? I'm not trying to like start no shit with you in game franchises or nothing, but
hey, I appreciate the opportunity, bro. The fact that I was even paid, like, I know a lot of people, they feel like cocky about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they feel like, they talent, the work they put in, they feel like shit, I should be getting paid for this shit. But I mean, shit, I wasn't doing no crazy numbers like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I take it as a blessing, bro, and I appreciate that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't no, I feel like I was under-conversated or nothing.
Let me ask you a different way. When you saw the check, did you frown or did you smile? Like, holy shit.
Hey, I was definitely smiling.
So PC. Like,
I was definitely smiling.
You were smiling?
I was definitely smiling. Come on, man.
All right, for sure. For sure. Would you like to, like, have your song in a WWE game? Because I know you're a huge WWE fan.
I ain't gonna say I would have preferred it, but I hope that's next. I hope that's next. Cause honestly, I'm not really a baseball fan. Like, I'm not into baseball. I don't watch baseball. I'm not good at playing the video game.
I mean, I'm not even getting the game, but you're like my best friend, and the song is in there, and I tell everybody, like, yeah, my friend got it. Because I finally have a rapper friend that actually did some shit. Because everybody else tweaking. So I finally got a rapper friend that actually did some shit. So I've been like parading your shit around, but I'm never buying a baseball video game. Like, I'm not spending that money on that.
Yeah, bro. Even though I'm in the game, I still have not learned how to play it. I don't want to learn how to play it.
All you do is just play your song, don't you?
I just play my song and watch other niggas play it. Like, that's cool. Like, shout out to Sony. Shout out to MLB. But yeah, I'm not really a big baseball fan.
So what is it like making music with Demont?
Man, that shit, it's crazy, bro. It was different, bro. Like, when I normally record, I'm just recording at the crib. You know, I engineer my own shit. You know what I'm saying? But when I'm with
I saw
Demont,
you recording out of a shoe.
man, I used to record out of fucking Jordan 6s. Used to have my shit hanging on the fucking closet. Like, I used to record with the mic on the ground in the closet, sitting down in the closet on some weird shit, like all type of shit. But with Demont, we when we recorded For the Funk, and we recorded songs back in high school too, but you know, that was just like at the crib shit. But when we did For the Funk, we went to this studio, RZO Sound. That shit was different, bro. It was a vibe. Like, Demont made all the beats.
Yeah, how was the vibe there?
It was one of the best studios I ever went to, bro. Like, hard, like, yeah, like, you know, me and Demont, we got two different type of rap styles, bro. But you know, working with him, it's like what's that shit with the fusion shit? You know what I'm talking about on the
Dragon Ball Z.
It's like
dance.
two different types of
Trunks
rap
and
coming
goatee.
together and fucking blending in. And
Yeah, so do you ever think you would get more? I feel like you kind of water yourself down when you rap with him. Like, you're a little bit more ignorant without him than with him.
yeah.
So do you think like you gotta go back to being a little bit more ignorant?
But the thing is, I wouldn't say water it down, but like when I'm working with him, I try to step up my lyrics because he come hard with the lyrics, and I ain't just trying to get washed. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you can step with the lyrics and not be like less ignorant. You know what I mean? Like Offset, like he's still ignorant as shit, but we all praise his lyrics. So stop it.
But I mean, so
the
thing about it, bro. When I make my own shit, bro, I'm going off the dome. I'm punching in, you know what I'm saying? So it's more so that's how I record. But when I was working there, you know, we in the studio, you can't really just.
Oh, so you're right.
You know, we you know, we on a time constraint, we on a money constraint. So I'm really writing this shit from.
What do you prefer to do?
Myself, you know.
What do I prefer to do? Like punch in or
punching in.
Right.
You know, bro. Honestly, my whole life I used to write raps, and then once I got out of high school, I started like doing shit in my notes. And I started punching in once I got in college. And I always was like, you know, I'm never going to stop writing. But recently, I've been punching in, like, a lot of songs. And that shit just comes more naturally. Like, it's like I come up with more, like, energy in songs when I'm punching in. Whereas when I'm writing the shit, it's cool. Like, I might kill it. But it's like the emotion is just different because I'm focused on reading. Whereas when I'm punching in, I'm just going off the dome how I feel, you know?
Yeah, that sounds right. So, are you guys gonna make any other music together? Like, is this the end, or what's going next? What's next with you guys?
So we are. We've been kind of cooking up some songs.
For the Funk 2?
For the Funk 2 is in the works. I know Demont, he's dropping an EP soon, so we got a song on that, collab on his shit, and you know he gonna be on my shit. I'm dropping my EP or my project in October 9th, C-Day 2. We got a couple. We are working on For the Funk 2. That's definitely gonna happen. But we really just got a couple songs right now we playing with, you know, and we're gonna put out as our own singles.
C-Day 2. Hey, I remember Like a Pimp was fire, bro.
Man,
Like a Pimp was fire.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. It's actually an unreleased video out there for that.
For that?
Yeah, I
don't
don't know if we'll ever see it, but
oh, it's unreleased. Like, you have it.
I don't have it. It was shot by one of my my homies, Ken.
Okay.
But I don't know how much he ever worked on it. So, but we did it. We shot the video.
All right. So I've been meaning to ask you, what's your hard on for Florida rappers?
What are you talking about? Rephrase that question, brother.
What I mean is, because I've been seeing you tweet about Florida rappers a lot. So I'm just wondering, like, what's the fetish? The music fetish.
I wouldn't call it a fetish, but a lot of rappers
what is it from about niggas in Florida that like
a lot of rappers that I've been listening to, they've just been from Florida, like that I've been like the music that the vibes that I've been catching, because I had a Detroit phase in 2020 where I was listening
on the same Detroit phase for a while.
Yeah, or not, I guess just Michigan. I had a Chicago phase in 2012, 2013. So right now for me, it's just the Florida shit. Like I listen a lot of Florida rappers I'll be listening to, bro.
I think I seen you tweet that like Florida was the best place in hip hop right now, and I was like, "What the fuck is he talking about?"
Yeah, that's my favorite rap city right now, or I guess region.
Yeah. I don't know about that, brother. Who
you got?
I just feel like you can name like 3 other cities or 4 other cities before you go to Florida. Okay, so Chicago, New York right now is doing actually pretty good. Memphis, and Atlanta's always in there.
I give you
Michigan
Memphis.
scene?
I give you Memphis and Atlanta. I give you Memphis and
I'll say
Atlanta.
the Michigan scene's better than the Michigan region.
I
is
give you
better
Michigan.
than-
I give you Michigan.
That's better than fucking. What did I just say? What was one of those? Memphis. That's better than Memphis. Michigan is better than Memphis.
I give you those. Memphis got some. Memphis always got
But
some.
yeah,
heat.
those 5 before I say Florida.
Well, I mean, that's your preference. You know, that's your preference. If we want to debate the best ones, I mean, we could do that. Like,
You think Florida's fucking with Atlanta?
I don't think if you ask me objectively, like if we talking about top rappers out of each region, I wouldn't say Florida, but my personal favorite
What's the
is Florida.
subjectiveness? Who do they have then? Who do you just love that they have?
Oh, like out of Florida?
Yeah,
the
music?
rappers I listen to. Lil Tyler, of course Kodak, SCY Jim, Loe Shimmy,
NECY Jim.
SCY Jim.
The fuck does that mean?
I don't even know.
What is SCY?
SCY.
SCY. What is that?
I don't know what it stands for, honestly.
What the hell?
But he signed a QC. He hard. And who else?
Better not blow.
This nigga Wiz Havin. This is a nigga named Wiz Havin.
SCY. SCY. What's the nigga name?
Jim.
Hey, don't make it big, bro. As soon as you make it big, they're gonna not let you drop any more music, man.
You talking about QC?
Yes.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. He didn't drop like 2 tapes in the last year.
Hey, as soon as you make it like huge, they're gonna stop dropping your shit, bro.
We need this baby shit. We gotta drop this baby shit. Yeah, man.
What do you think about the whole baby shit right now?
You talking about Lil Baby? Like,
Yeah, like
bro,
everybody turned on him just this week. Like,
bro,
literally
niggas
this
be
week.
hating, bro. Niggas be hating.
Like, why do you think they turned on him? It can't just be the concert shows. When the album dropped, we said percentage wise we liked it, but after like 2 or 3 weeks, we said it was very bad on replay value. But when it dropped, people mostly were like saying it was good. And then now he, I guess, canceled some shows, which really doesn't fucking matter. I don't see why that matters at all.
I don't know.
And
what
people
that has
just
to do
turned
with
sour
anything.
on him. What happened?
I don't know, man. You know they do that to everybody, bro. They did to the baby. They did. They.
Well,
you
the
know.
baby, he said some things.
Yeah, but it's like everybody
that's
who
why.
once you get popular, bro, like niggas just praying
But it
on your
wasn't
downfall, bro.
Yeah.
Like once niggas consider you like a top rapper, oh no, we gotta bring him down.
I agree with that because I feel like they've been waiting to do this. Like, somebody was like, "This the nigga y'all been comparing to Lil Wayne." I'm like, "Nah, you were waiting to get that tweet off."
Right.
Like, there's no way that like after just canceling your concert.
I've
And why the
seen a
fuck
lot
does
of people
matter?
say that too.
Why does that matter?
I don't know, bro. I mean,
Because we're talking about who's a better rapper. We're talking about their music.
I think
accolades.
I think what kind of, if you ask me personally, really what I really think is, I think some people, I've seen people say they feel like he's making the same song over and over. I've seen other people, they're mad about the Gunna shit. You know what I'm saying? They feel like,
Just calling Gunna
he taught
a
you
rap?
how to rap. He taught you how to rap, and he put you on, and
They've been
now
going
that he's
too-
not around, you know, I feel like a
They've
lot
been
of
going
it.
too crazy with that Gunna shit.
Yeah, I think a lot of it got to do with the Gunna shit. And then I've seen people say the Mike Rubin shit, but I don't think people really gave a fuck about
Is that nigga's name? Is it Mike Rubin or Mark Rubin?
Mark Rubin, or I don't know. You know what I'm talking about though, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
I don't know, but niggas be hating, bro.
He was sandwiched in between Mark Rubin and Kyle Kuzma. That was a little.
But is that a reason to shit on this nigga's music?
No, but it's a reason to be like, what the fuck is my favorite rapper doing? Yeah, like when Drake painted his nails, it was like, what the fuck is my favorite rapper doing right now? You know.
But the thing is, the nigga dropped like what, 1 song since the album, and that y'all didn't like, and now everybody got everything to say, hating on the nigga. Like, come on, bro. This shit is bandwagon hate.
That is the perfect way to describe it. That is the perfect way to describe what's going on, because it just snapped like out of nowhere. And academics is like, I've seen academics say that like he thinks that it's like hip hop storylines or people like storylines, but it's like they were just calling Gunna a rat like a couple months ago, and then Gunna drops an album, and let's be real, it wasn't really that great. I added like less than half the songs. I added like 7 out of 15 or 8 out of 15, one of those two, and I only go back to listen to one, and since V's dropped, I ain't even went to go listen to that one. So it's like that album not that special for people to be turning on people for.
I'm telling you, bro.
They acting like this nigga dropped the Carter 3.
It's bandwagon hate. I'm gonna tell you why.
It is
Niggas will see a tweet that got 5K likes, 10K likes, and they'll use that as facts, and that's just what they believe, bro, on some cult shit, bro. Off of viral tweets, niggas form whole opinions off of what another
somebody else's opinion.
Literally, and then now that's the new narrative. Niggas think because a tweet went 10K viral, that's the new narrative.
That's what we call NPC behavior.
That's what it is.
Very much
AI generated behavior.
Yes, very much so. Very much so. All right, so I wanted to ask you about something we both always see on the TL, and I know it annoys the shit out of both of us, so it's a perfect thing to talk about. What do you think of when people, say, yeah, the women running the rap right now?
Trying to set me up?
I did say we both kind of frowned upon it, but like, hey man, this is the perfect time to talk about it. You know what I mean?
So women running rap. What do I think about that?
I just think it's ridiculous. I'll tell you what I think. I think it's ridiculous. People say the women are running hip hop right now. I mean, if you're talking about Cardi B, yes. You're talking about Ice Spice numbers wise, yes. But like, who else is running?
But what men are doing shit this year?
Nobody.
Just playing devil's advocate.
Nobody. Okay, so we talking about just this year? Or are we talking about like the last hip hop cycle?
Well,
it really just depends on that.
It was a kind of a rhetorical question because it's been a dry year, but think about it.
Nobody's really dropping.
Right, but that was just a rhetorical question. You gotta think, bro. People, they not really thinking in reality. Well, I ain't gonna say they're not thinking reality, but they seeing all these women. They seeing the Ice Spice shit blow up. They seeing the Glorilla shit. They seeing the Lotto shit. They seeing.
But not to cut you off, but how much is it blowing if these girls are only doing 20K max? Ice Spice isn't doing more.
But you gotta think, casual fans ain't really paying attention to numbers. They just paying attention to what they see on Instagram. So I feel like a lot of people perception is, damn, what's the niggas doing? Because it ain't really no hits coming from niggas. Those people shouldn't
have conversations about hip hop. The casuals, they shouldn't have conversations about hip hop. Because if you're not gonna back up facts and stats, you're not gonna actively look for facts and stats. You shouldn't speak on this type of stuff.
Everybody got an opinion though.
Everybody does have an opinion, which
you can't help it, bro. Everybody.
But you should be informed on what you're talking about to form an opinion. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Yeah. So what do you think? What do you think of do you think female rappers are running hip hop? I mean, I guess you said what are the men doing, and none of them are doing anything besides Uzi. I mean, subjectively, V's went crazy, and then objectively, I mean, only Uzi did something this year.
If you ask me, the only person I think is running hip hop is Drake. If we talking running hip hop, to me, running hip hop is who's doing the most numbers, who's the top dog. That's the nigga running hip hop. Like the women, they not, they doing their thing, but
Cardi B does a lot of numbers.
I mean, she don't drop nothing, though, bro. She ain't dropped in like 5
years. It doesn't matter.
Years.
She does numbers.
On what?
She's like the hip hop Mariah Carey.
You talking about features?
I'm talking about features in features.
But running, but over Drake though.
No, not over Drake. I'm just saying I'm trying to give a woman some clout. Some clout, but
so Cardi B running the game.
That's the only woman. That's the only woman you could say, and I'll be like, I guess.
No, but the women doing their thing though. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not hating.
Are they?
I mean, shit. Glorilla, she dropped a top 40 hit last year. Ice Spice then ran up 5 top 10 hits in the last year.
Ice Spice is going crazy.
Yeah, man. Like the women doing their thing. Lotto had a hit last year,
but her number one was because of Mariah Carey. So hey
man,
she had a number one song and went 20K first week. So I mean, we know it's Mariah Carey. we know clearly it's Mariah Carey.
I think she a star though. Like Lotto a star, bro.
Lotto's a fucking star. Yeah, but does that mean you're running hip hop? I mean, she's a fucking star. That's undeniable. All those women are. You can debate for JT and the City Girls. I don't even think they're stars.
I ain't even trying to sound like a hater, but if you think of it like in the men and translate it to the men, like the men that are doing 20K and shit, bro, we not saying they're running hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
The men that are doing 20K, we're not saying they're stars.
Right. Like we not even like Uzi doing 120, whatever the fuck he just did, 165. I wouldn't say he runs hip hop. So I think niggas are just kind of they just got their words mixed up.
Well, I mean, as far as this year, yeah, but that's because nobody's dropping.
Yeah, but I'm saying Drake dropped. Come on. For all the dogs, come on.
For all the dogs.
Come on. He's shitting on that.
Come on. That was like the end of last year?
Who?
Drake? For all the dogs? Oh, For All the Dogs coming next.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm thinking about Her Loss, which is a fire-ass album title.
For sure.
For sure. What do you think about Drake right now? I went to his concert. It was a bunch of NPC behavior going on there.
Why you say that?
Because if you have like, so we're at this. I don't know what it's called. I don't know what the fuck the arena's called. But it's in Chicago. It's where the Bulls play. I don't know what the fuck it's called, honestly. But
Is it American Airlines Center? Or
I
that's
thought
Dallas,
that was
right?
here.
That's
Yeah,
Dallas.
That's in Dallas.
It's a United Center, I think.
United Center. Yeah.
I just know that because it's AEW.
Yes. So at the United Center, in Chicago, Drake in 21. People are just like, there are seats, right? When there are seats and you're standing up, just because everybody else is standing up, it just seems like NPC behavior. Like we could all rocked out from our chairs. Like there are chairs. We don't have to stand. It takes more effort to stand than to sit. I want to sit and enjoy the show.
Bro, that's a concert, bro. Niggas ain't sitting down at a concert, bro.
There's chairs. Sit down.
Niggas try to turn up, bro. It's like the club, bro.
If you gonna turn up, bro, go stand somewhere else. But don't be like standing in a fucking line, like blocking. Like these dudes are making a human wall.
Like in front, like not even in front of their seats. Just in random places.
No, they are standing in front of their seats. I'm telling you, go to a random place, nigga. Get the fuck from like in front of my view, dog. I want to sit down.
Nah,
there are seats. If there's an option, because there are two options. There's options for seats and there's options for standing. If you're in the seat option and you're standing, either sit the fuck down or move.
That's your first concert?
That's my first big concert like that.
But you been to other concerts?
Yeah, I went to go see live.
Niggas is not sitting
down. But
that
was all standing. That was all. Like there was not a sitting option.
Even with seats, niggas be standing like a motherfucker. I went to Chris
Brown. Well, I was like, there was like a decade ago, so I don't know how much this even fucking matters. But I went to go see Chris Brown, Omarion, Soulja Boy, and Bow Wow, and there were seats and people were sitting.
Really?
Yeah, but that was a decade ago. I mean,
everybody when it was like performing, niggas were sitting.
Huh?
When they was performing, niggas were sitting.
Yeah.
Damn.
It was like,
it must be a rap thing then.
Man,
I've never been to an R&B show.
Man,
but rap shows, motherfuckers be, niggas be live as fuck.
Even when they offer seats, niggas be just
facts. I remember I went to a Future show. I forgot what that pavilion. That. The pavilion niggas had. It was a whole, it's seats all in the front. Bro, niggas is all standing.
You can see him sitting in your seat.
Matter of fact, I had a seat. We was far to the back, so we had to stand up because niggas is in our way. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Motherfuckers screaming loud as hell.
Niggas was in their street standing on the seats.
Nah, that's out of pocket.
That shit wild.
No, that's out of pocket. That's out of pocket. Niggas are like screaming from like the top row like Drake is gonna fucking hear you. Like he can't fucking hear you, I promise.
Niggas acting like groupies and shit.
Yes. Niggas are acting like groupies. And I don't like seeing it. It makes me uncomfortable. So that's when I learned concerts aren't for me. Yes, I've been to concerts before, but when you see it from your favorite artist and the artist that's at the highest level and you're still like, then yeah, they're just not for you.
Bro, you went to go see Drake though, bro.
Drake and 21.
Different. That's just crazy,
Drake
bro.
and 21.
This shit's legendary. I want to see Drake one day. He did all the hits. You got to hear all the hits in person.
He didn't do the songs I would, go to first.
There's a lot of Her Loss
at the end. So he did his set, and there was like no Her Loss, and then
shit.
Then he did So Drake did his shit. He did his shit. There was none of Her Loss, and then 21 came out and did his shit. There was none of Her Loss, and then they both came out together. And
they
did
together.
Her Loss. Yeah.
That shit live.
Yeah, it was fun. Besides everything I mentioned before.
All the crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah, niggas do be doing too much. I remember I went to
niggas doing groupie shit.
I remember I went to a Playboy Cardi show. Niggas was passing out and shit, bro.
Passing out,
bro. They had EMTs in that motherfucker, bro. I swear to God.
Let me not laugh. Maybe they were doing drugs,
bro. Motherfuckers was in. It was mad motherfuckers
Hopefully
passing
they were.
out.
You know what? I kind of hope that they were passing out more so due to drugs than just being like groupie ass niggas. Like it'd be better if they were.
They was being groupie ass niggas and then they passed out because they was probably on drugs.
Okay. So they were doing both, is what you saying?
Or they was shit dehydrated, but shit they was probably high.
Yeah, that's interesting. To stay on the topic of hip hop, but something I wanted to ask you: what do you think of our parents' generation being like quick to call rappers goats? Like, cause Pac died fairly early, like 4-year career, right? And then he's a goat. And then Biggie dies with only like 2 albums out, and he's a GOAT. What do you think about our parents' generation, just calling everybody a fucking GOAT?
I think a lot of people's parents are like casual rap fans. And so casual rap fans, what they do is, and I mean, even people that aren't casual, even people who like are rap hip hop heads, they do this too. It's always like the artist that you grew up listening to, like your favorite rapper, like majority of your youth and, you know, whatever, you look at them like they're the GOAT. Or the rappers that came around the time where you was in high school, middle school, you know, college, your younger years. You know, a lot of casuals look at them like the GOAT. Like a lot of niggas who grew up in the 90s, 80s, they gonna be like, Jay-Z's the GOAT. They not trying to hear nothing other niggas talking about. Niggas that grew up like in the early 2000s, they might say Wayne or Drake, you know what I'm saying? Or niggas who grew up in the 90s, you know. If you a certain type of nigga, you might say Tupac. If you a different type of nigga, you might say Drake, Kendrick, J. Cole, you know? So I think a lot of casuals, they just look at it like shit. Who they call GOAT is just who they thought was the best when they was growing up.
I just think it's kind of crazy because we both acknowledge Drake as the GOAT. But if Drake dies at Take Care, we're not going to call him the GOAT. Even though Take Care is an amazing album. If it's just
I mean, but yeah, So Far Gone.
Yeah, if it's just So Far Gone.
Later and Take Care. That's
what's
cool.
the other one called?
Take Care.
No, Thank Me Later. So if you had So Far Gone, Thank Me Later, and Take Care, do we call him the GOAT?
Nah, but
okay, so it's like their generation did that.
Yeah, but I mean, Pac had like 9 albums though.
Well, Pac just had 4 years, and then Biggie had like 2 albums. So in Biggie's case, is what I'm talking about, 2 albums. But still, let's go with like if Migos die, if all the Migos die, I had to say this. If all the Migos have died before 2016, do we call them the GOATs? Or during 2016? I don't even think niggas call them the GOAT. Let's say Bad and Bougie drops. Soon as Bad and Bougie drops, all 3 of them just drop dead like flies. Do we call Migos the GOAT?
I don't think niggas are. Niggas don't even call them the GOAT now.
Holy shit. I go
niggas
go
be
group,
still talking about Wu-Tang and shit,
group.
like respectfully, but like niggas, when you see niggas top groups names, like Migos don't get respect still.
That's still disrespectful. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, who's a better example? Holy shit. Who's a better example?
J. Cole?
Well, he's not the GOAT. Lil Wayne. If Lil Wayne dies at Carter 2, is he the GOAT?
Nah. So, but he wasn't even like Carter 2, he wasn't even like really. He was still.
That's just 2 out. Okay.
He wasn't even Wayne.
Let's give him 4 years. Let's give him from.
You got to say at least Carter 3. He died after Carter 3 because Carter 2, like he was.
If he died after Carter 3,
he had the wicks in his hair.
Even in 08, Wayne is the best rapper of all time. But if he dies right after Carter 3, is he the GOAT?
Potentially. Because that feature run.
I think he's on the cusp.
That feature run, bro, was crazy.
But the feature run, that's just half of his feature run.
But he already had the drought 3. He had no. Did he have no ceilings up into that? No, that was after Carter 3. Yeah, but he still had the droughts. He still had that up until 2008.
The suffixes and all that. But that's just half of that's just half of his career. Because if you're talking about Wayne's prime, you go from his first prime 05 to 08, and then his second prime 08 to 11 or 12. Wherever you want to, throw that in at. So 08 to 12. Those are his 2 primes.
That's what I'm saying. So 05 and 08, like, that's already 1 prime. So if he
just that one.
If he out at Carter 3, that's.
I don't know. I really don't know. I can guarantee you, I don't say that he's the number 1 first rapper I always mention. If
Wayne died in 08 and then Drake still came out, I'm still saying Drake. Yeah, Drake. It's not even competition.
Yeah, it's not.
And Future is not a competition.
Yeah, Future probably would be ahead of him.
Like easily, it wouldn't even be a debate.
I don't know about easily, but Future probably be ahead of him.
If Wayne died at Carter 3 and Future now,
I feel like Wayne will be on the cusp of like, is he a GOAT? Like he'll be like, is he a GOAT conversation? But most people would just be like, no. but it'd be a conversation to be had, but most people would be like, nah. If he died at that 08, Wayne is the best like rapper ever. I acknowledge that. It's just. I don't know about that. I just feel like our parents' generation were, dick riding fans. Yeah. I'm not calling our parents that. I'm calling their generation that. Just a generation as a whole. And not even generation. We need a new word to describe this. I know it's like Generation Z and X or whatever the fuck. But a generation, if you look up the time between generation, that's 100 years. If you're alive right now, we're in the same generation.
I never understood that either.
Yeah, so we need a new word for that. But I do get that they're like the classification label is called Generation Z, I, whatever the fuck, on and on.
Yeah, but I never understood that because generation is it's not fucking 10 years.
Yeah. And it probably shouldn't be. I guess we should go by decades. We should go by decades, I guess. Your decade group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dec Z.
Deck Z. Holy shit.
The boomers can still be boomers though, cause they ain't got gen in their shit.
Baby boomers. We didn't have that. So there was a pandemic in like 1920 or 1918, and then like it was pandemic for 22 years, and then after that, all those babies that were born then, because all the sex and fornicating that was going on when people were cooped up in the house, made a baby boom. But our generation didn't have that, so this might be the generation incel. Because they didn't have no baby boom. Like,
Generation I is crazy.
For incel.
Generation I is crazy.
No, it might just be that, because these motherfuckers didn't. I mean, I'm speaking as a guy who doesn't have kids, but I mean, these motherfuckers ain't having sex. What's a no baby boom?
Yeah, ain't no. I mean, it is baby boom if you get on Instagram.
Holy
and
yes.
Facebook, don't get on Facebook.
Holy yes.
Facebook is definitely a baby boom on that.
Holy yes. Every girl got a fucking kid now.
Man,
I'll be trying to get them out of there. I don't know about you. As soon as I see you got a kid or you got married, I'm
unfollow
unfollowing. Or if I fuck with you tough and I don't want to unfollow, then I'm gonna mute you on everything. I'm gonna mute the story. And mute
it's hard, bro. Like
normally I unfollow.
It's hard, bro. We getting up there, bro. So you female be having
might have to
1, 2, 3
I
kids.
The block when I'm 30, but right now I gotta get you out of here. Like, I ain't trying to. But I think the problem is these motherfuckers don't understand. Like, I'm following you. I'm not here to follow your kids. Yeah, I'm tired of seeing these motherfuckers all up and down my TL. Yeah. I want to see bitches.
If you had a kid, you think you'd be recording your kid like that?
I would be recording my kid like that. I don't think I'd be posting it that much. And if I did post it that much, it'd be on a story where it can go in 24 hours. Like, this is my page,
right?
Not my kid's page. When somebody comes and look at my page,
you talking about posting on the TL and shit?
Yeah, it's just all over my shit. I don't want to see this when I scroll.
Nah, I feel you. I don't be want to see that shit either.
Yeah,
I can't even lie. I don't be trying to see that shit either.
I be getting them out of here.
I respect it though. Congratulations, but I feel you.
Yeah, congratulations on doing something normal.
But I don't have kids, so I'm just coming from a mindset of a nigga with no kids. So, just like you.
What do you think about modern day award shows like BET, Billboard, Grammys? What do you think?
I want to be on that shit. I want to perform on that shit. I want to be on a fucking cypher. Just the feeling, because, when I was a kid, family, we all used to sit and watch that shit, and, it used to mean something back then. So
yeah, but it doesn't mean shit anymore, so why?
I mean, but still, though, like, I still want to be able to say I did it,
I feel that. Yeah, I understand that part.
It's just like, it's just like some in the culture, like, nigga, I performed the BET Awards.
Yeah, but nobody wants
Chief
to play
Keef was banned for 10 years, and this nigga, as soon as he got unbanned, and this nigga don't give a fuck about shit, he pulled up to that hoe and performed. Like, yeah, niggas still give a fuck.
10 years ago, perform some shit from when he got banned.
I mean, but, niggas don't really,
I don't like
niggas don't be listening to Chief Keef like that. So.
I don't like award shows myself.
You don't?
No, I don't like the whole aspect that, like, it's a committee group voting on something. I get it, like, with our podcast, but it's because it's just the two of us, and it's completely subjective.
I mean,
if you're giving an award to somebody, like with a trophy and shit, it should be completely objective.
For me, I don't really give a. I feel you. I don't really give a fuck about the award shit because I know that's fake. I just like seeing like the performances because people, they be it's a lot of classic like BT performances, bro. It's like that's really what I tune in for because I mean award shit, that shit's handpicked. It's like wrestling. It's like wrestling. Yeah, So I don't be too mad at. Like when I was younger, I used to be like, he should have won, but after a while, it's like shit. This shit rigged. Like. Can't really be too mad about it.
Well, Billboard does theirs basically off the Billboard charts. So
right.
It's completely objective on Billboard, and I like that. But like a bunch of white men voting on my culture when in their heyday they were saying my culture was like filthy or whatever the fuck. Like, why?
That's talking about the Grammys?
Yes, I am talking about the Grammys. I'm glad you know. Yeah,
I mean,
and the BET Awards isn't any better right now. Like all they did was just display ghetto-ness.
I'm gonna be honest. Growing up, I never really watched the Grammys like that. To be honest,
I didn't care about the Grammys until like I was.
Till I got
2011.
I say till I started like getting into.
Yeah, like middle school for me.
Internet.
Yeah.
Hip hop shit.
Yes.
But like growing up as a kid, like we watched MTV Awards, BT. Niggas ain't wasn't watching.
It's funny, we
Grammys.
were indoctrinated to think that the Grammys fucking matter, and some people still do think that. And then once you finally become a free thinker and start thinking for yourself, you just realize it's actually fucking stupid. It's quite the opposite.
It's a lot of goats, as we just talked about, that have never won a Grammy, never been even nominated.
Have very few Grammys. Like Drake has like 2 or 3. Like,
Yeah,
and
it's crazy.
people like not Push It T. I'm not even gonna go there. Let's just let's just
Save it for the pod.
yeah, man. Yeah, man. What was the last musical stat that you like looked up or found out and you just couldn't believe?
Like of anybody?
Anybody, anything, just hip hop, and you seen it and you're like, what the fuck? How does that happen?
Damn, because I know it was just something yesterday, bro. I know this is like everyday shit. I ain't gonna lie. Musical stat. It was something that had to do with 50 Cent, bro. I was watching an interview about 50 Cent. I forgot, but that shit was insane, bro.
The Joe Budden shit?
Was it the Joe Budden shit? Nah, I think that's what I'm thinking of, but maybe it wasn't 50 Cent because it was an actual stat. I don't think Joe said any like stats on there, if I'm not mistaken.
He was just talking about 50's run, really.
I don't even know.
For me, it was that no hip hop song has went number 1 yet.
That's probably. I mean,
that wasn't really
a shocker. Cause
but this is the longest in any year that, like, on this day, this is the longest it's went in any year that there has not been a hip hop number 1.
Yeah, I would say that's more so a shocker than seeing it. Because, I mean, I'll be looking at the charts every week. Like, so I know, like, there's been no hip-hop number 1s. But when you think about the length of time, like you're saying, it's like, damn. Like,
this is the longest we've ever went in a year without there being a hip-hop number 1. Does that mean hip-hop is falling off? What does that mean? I know, true, that there's nuance to why. I think it's more so because the big artists aren't dropping. But, like, do you think hip-hop's just falling off? Like,
I think that if you just looking at from the charts, that Morgan Wallen nigga,
who the fuck is Morgan Wallen?
Like a country singer. I think he's on Dirk's album. But that nigga's been like tearing up the charts for the first like a lot of the better part of the year. Nigga. Yeah, his shit was like number 1. His shit went number 1 like when Gunna dropped. Like his shit was number 1. Like Gunna was like 4, like first week. But that Morgan Wallen nigga, I've been seeing like he's been having a song that I think it was number 1 this week. Like his shit has been kind of taking over, and then of course like in the later part of 2022, SZA's shit was taking over. I think hip hop just been kind of taking a back seat. You know, niggas been dropping, but niggas shit ain't really been going number 1.
Well, the artists that can't really like sell over 100K been dropping. Like there's probably like out of the 10 artists, because we have done it before. Actually, we named 11.
But the artists who do 100, like the artists who do 100K are the niggas who be getting the number 1s though.
That's what I'm saying. Those artists haven't really dropped. Only like 2 or 3 of them have.
I mean, you know, Baby dropped late last year, so that's kind of still within the last year. You know, you gotta think some albums are on a year cycle. A lot of niggas drop.
Well, they're saying from January to July.
To January to now.
It's been the longest. It's been the longest we've had one. Yeah.
That Morgan Wallen shit, bro. I'm telling you, that nigga's been taking over.
I seen Olivia Rodrigo has been coming back, but I've not seen Morgan Wallen. Like,
man, his shit was number 1 for like weeks. Then Taylor Swift too. I think hip hop's just taking a back seat because a lot of the other genres top artists have been like dominating the charts.
You want to predict who's gonna be the first to go number 1?
Rapper?
Yeah,
Travis Scott.
He's dropping Utopia soon, right?
He about to drop a single this week with fucking Bad Bunny and
The
Weeknd on it.
Yeah,
nigga.
that's going number 1.
It might not even be a rap song, but he's going number 1. Bad Bunny and Weeknd and Travis Scott.
The Weeknd is just irrelevant right now in this conversation. He has Bad
Bunny alone.
He has Bad Bunny. Like,
yeah, bro. I think
Bad Bunny has like a 86 times Diamond song.
Really?
You want me to show it to you?
Yeah. Is it that?
Do you believe it?
I believe it. He's big. Pause.
What do you mean by big?
Like he's a huge like artist.
What do you mean by like huge?
Like his numbers, they're huge.
All right. I got you.
But
how's he doing?
But if you but Travis Scott, I think he's gonna be the first rapper, but the first rap song to go number 1, I don't know. Maybe Fuck You Mean, maybe.
Fuck You Mean's not gonna go number 1. It peaked at like 14.
It just went 6 this week. It just peaked. It just peaked again. I think either 6 or 4. I think it's 6.
I typed in Baby Bunny. I'm a fucking idiot. You said Gunna, and I started thinking about Lil Baby because of the whole going on right now. I'm looking for it. I just passed the song that has 28 time Diamond by Bad Bunny. Another one that's 38 times diamond by Bad Bunny.
That's tough, boy. They spinning this shit.
12, 11 time diamond. 50 times diamond, Bad Bunny, Mia featuring Drake. That's crazy. 50 times diamond.
He has a song with Drake. I didn't know that.
Yup, and here's the song right here with 80 times diamond. Just where you can see it, so you know I'm not capping.
That's insane.
80 times diamond. Michael Jackson's highest song, Diamond, is like 30. Like 32, I believe. 31 or 32 from my memory. But
yeah. Talk about some goats. Whatever genre he's in, he's goat.
He's going crazy. He has a song with Cardi B that's Diamond too that I passed through. I think it was like 14 or 15 when I passed it, but yeah.
And then the fact that this man has time to still be on WWE, like,
yeah, how is that?
Bro? I gotta respect him. Bro is actually not
I seen
bad of a
one match,
wrestler,
but I haven't seen the Damian Priest shit. How was the Damian Priest shit? Yeah,
this is a pretty good match, bro. He's good for a celebrity, bro. Like, he's pretty good.
Do you think Uzi's gonna do a match?
I couldn't see that. Could you see that happening?
Well, he did Nakamura's song.
I can see him performing.
Yeah, so I'm like, this has got to be a power play. Maybe he wanted to, and WrestleMania's in Philly next year. So I'm like, either he wants to get in the ring, or either he wants to perform the song while Nakamura walks out, which is more likely.
Right, I can see him performing or hosting. Maybe not hosting, but performing.
Yeah, maybe not hosting.
Being in attendance.
I'm sure they would like him wrestling for him to host, but I don't think he could.
Nah, they gonna have Miz posting that motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Miz gonna be hosting
with
that
Snoop
bitch.
Dogg like they did.
Snoop and Miz.
Snoop and Miz.
Uzi and Miz, maybe. That'd be funny.
Miz. Uzi gonna punch Miz.
Leslie gonna be on that motherfucker.
Leslie. That's
or they're gonna be on there.
What did you think about the Nakamura song?
I turned into a mark when I heard it, because I'm like, bro, this is Nakamura.
Same, because I was like, because I realized after that if I didn't recognize the song and recognize what he was doing with it, then I probably wouldn't have liked it, and I probably wouldn't have added it. But the fact that I knew, like, as a former wrestling fan, I still watch things on Twitter and shit.
Let me ask you this.
And I'm still, what's up?
Have you ever liked parts of a song but not other parts of a song?
If I like a single part of your song and it's less than a minute, and your song is like 3 or 5 minutes, I should not add the song. But yes, that has happened.
It sounds unusual though, right? Like, you might like a couple bars, but you don't like the song.
That happens actually quite frequently. But if it's not for a long enough time, you just should not add the song.
Right, even if you don't add it. But isn't that like a weird to think about? Yes. Like, damn, I like some.
This part right here is good.
It's really good, but this
pretty bad.
Right, but that's how I feel about that song. Like, that's how I feel about it. Like, yeah. I like the fact that, you know, that it was some wrestling shit. But I like other songs on the album better. But I like some lines on it. You know, some parts of it, but not really the whole song.
All right, let's take a quick break. So this episode of acCOUNTable has 2 sponsors. The first sponsor is right here, our podcast studio, 101 Studios. You know, if you are a 101 and you want to create some content, come do it at the studio. And I get the studio doesn't look 100% fully done. That's because it isn't. It's not done. We're going to have some posters we're going to put up, and then I got to put some more soundproof stuff up, maybe some LED lights, and then it'll be done. And yeah, you can come in here, I can produce, but you can record whatever the hell you want up in here. So, yeah, let's do it. Hit me up on Instagram. You can either hit me up at countchristian.hbz, or you can hit me at 101 Studios. So, yeah, hit me up on Instagram. Hit me up on Twitter. Hit me up whatever. You know, Count Christian, you can find me. It's not hard to find Count Christian. There's only one of them. So, yeah. And the second sponsor, this episode is sponsored to you by Talking with the Lens. Talking with the Lens is a friend of the show. Anything that involves cameras, which we're recording with right now, that's what they talk about there. And you can see your boy, me, on that podcast, you know, once every 2 weeks maybe. Sometimes it's a little bit more frequent. I'm on that podcast. I'm there. I'm a good I'm not a B mic. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I'm not a B mic no matter where I go. No matter where I go, I'm the A mic, whether it's my podcast or not. But I'm good sub character, backup character. I do my thing. I come with fire takes as always. If you watch 202s, I come with the fire takes, and you can see your boy on talking with the lens. But yeah, shout out to my boy Mike. Thank you for sponsoring this podcast, and thank you to myself for doing this thing, for having us a place to kick it. What do you think about was the last like instant classic match you've seen?
Instant classic match.
Whatever you say. Please do not bullshit me right now, because whatever you say, I'm gonna go look for. Give me like 2 or 3.
2 or 3 classic matches.
Most recent instant classic. Doesn't matter. That made like this year, last year, the year before, something within the last 3 years. Give me like 2 or 3. I'm gonna go watch.
MJF versus Daniel Bryan in the Iron Man match.
I have not seen, but I've heard
fire ass match. Gunther versus Sheamus at Clash at the Castle 2022.
I heard about that one on Ariel Helwani. He was going crazy about that, but I never watched it, so I'm gonna check it out.
Fire.
And knowing those two guys, I know it was brutal probably. So
yeah, bro.
I'm gonna check that out. None of these sound bad so far. You're not bullshitting me.
Third classic.
Instant classic.
Last
3 years.
In the last 3 years?
Anything.
Because
if you ask me instant classic from the last 3 years, you know what the first thing came to mind was?
What?
Both matches have Bianca in it.
Bianca and Sasha.
Sasha Bianca and Becky Bianca.
Oh, Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte at WrestleMania.
Remember I told you that Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte was white people's Sasha Banks versus Bianca?
Oh yeah, that was a good analogy.
That's literally what it is, and they were treated as such. So
yeah, that shit was.
I heard
fire.
It was good though.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna go check out those.
It's been a lot of good wrestling. I ain't gonna lie. I don't really watch it as much, and it's crazy because I just don't. I don't have cable, so I have to.
That combat sports, brother. You need to really watch people really get punched.
I don't have time for nothing these days, it seems like, bro. And then when I do, I just have so much shit to watch on YouTube. So
too many bitches.
I'm just going through. No, it's just like it's like work and fucking. It be a lot going on, bro. Music and trying to record and you know what I'm saying. But man, like I hate that, bro. Cause like I be seeing shit like I be watching highlights and I be like, damn, I want to watch this whole match, but I have other shit to watch that I'd rather watch. So I can't really get into wrestling like I used to. But I always watch the pay-per-views, and like I said, I do keep up with you on YouTube. But it's a really exciting time. It's a lot of shows. I guess it's too much. It's just too much, bro.
It is way too much.
It's too much.
It is way too much. You have
it's a fucking show to watch every day,
and every company has at least 2 shows.
At least 3 shows.
Yeah. What does New Japan have 3? Yeah, they do because they have Strong.
They got
now.
Strong, yeah.
Show.
And they got the Joshi shit. I don't know.
So many shows, and every company has at least 3 shows. Like,
right.
It is hard to keep up with.
Yeah, bro. It's crazy.
What do you think about Dave Meltzer's 5-star ratings?
I think we talked about this on our wrestling podcast, but I really don't care. Like, I see him, and I'll be like, oh, that's what he thought about the match, you know? I think a lot of people really hype that shit way too much.
But why do you think they do that? Like they're treating another man's opinion like it's a fact or a stat. Literally, like they're going off of another man's opinion. Like, oh, Dave Meltzer gave it a 5-star match, so it's the best match ever.
I think it's just because he's like one of the top and like the longest running wrestling reporters, and so people like look at his opinion like it's facts, you know. A lot of wrestling fans just
so basically they just put stock in his opinion because he's old,
right? So they feel like if Dave don't co-sign it, then it ain't. You know what I'm saying? It ain't. We go to Dave for everything, you know.
You think he's kind of like lost the plot when you start doing like 7 out of 5, like 7 out of 5-star match?
You know, I've heard of that. Heard of that, but I've never seen any matches that he did that to. He's actually done that before.
He gave Kenny Omega and Okada a 7-star match. Hell, he gave one of the Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega matches a 7-star.
Really? Match. Those matches were fire though. That's another match. Will Ospreay,
but out of 5,
and Omega at Forbidden Door 2.
7 out of 5.
Classic.
Like you're dick eating at that point.
Yeah.
7 out of 5.
Just give it a 5. Yeah, just give
it a 5 out of 5.
And then it's like niggas like Kurt Angle never had a 5-star match.
That. Kurt Angle has never had a 5-star match.
I think WWE only has like 15 max 5-star matches.
You know AEW got like 80 of them.
Right.
Like it's clearly very subjective. Like
it's crazy.
He's not even trying to be objective.
Yeah, I don't know. But I never really, me personally, I just never put stock in it because like that's just what he thought. That's what another man thought. That's cool. I might not even like the match that he gave a 5-star. That don't make me think it's a 5-star match. That just make me think like, oh, I thought that shit was trash. Like Dave on some shit.
Right.
Dave whooping.
What do you? I've always thought he was tweaking a little bit. Hey, I'm recording. Let me call you when I'm done. But yeah, what do you think about kayfabe in wrestling right now? Because like
Dead.
a lot of people don't do it, and like you said, dead. But like Rhea Ripley and Dominic are doing really good. So, and what do you think about like kayfabe when only like 2 people are doing it out of the whole industry?
Actually, go ahead. My fault. Go ahead.
No. What do you think about it? Like when only two people out of the whole industry is doing it. What do you think about what do you think about the idea of kayfabe for one? And then what do you think about like so many people not doing it? And then what do you think about Rhea and Dominic? I guess
I think the original idea of kayfabe is dead, but I think kayfabe is still alive in a way because the most
like the fans,
the Bloodline storyline is like one of the biggest storylines right now. It's been bringing in a lot of viewers, and people really sit here and believe that fucking cousins have beef with each other. Like, come on,
yeah.
bro.
So within
like in a different
fans,
way, it's still alive.
But like the wrestlers aren't trying. Like 2 wrestlers will get into a fucking fight, and then one dude would be like, "Hey, good job, buddy. You really laid it in with those chair shots or whatever, and post their back or whatever." Yeah, these fucking warts you gave me were fucking beautiful, brother. Thank you.
Then Logan Paul going on his podcast talking about some. Yeah, we were supposed to go through the table, but
no. No, when he explained a Spanish fly, he said, "Yeah, I'm supposed to jump with him." Like, bro, what
like,
the fuck?
Bro,
like,
you don't have to say this.
Yeah, you're
right
going
now.
too. We know how a Spanish fly works, brother. Like, trust me, Logan Paul. I love Impulsive. I love your podcast, brother.
Fire wrestler too.
And you're a pretty good wrestler for somebody who hasn't been doing this for the last decade. Right. You're very good. And Prime, it's very sugary, and I liked what I tasted. It's very sugary though for you to be calling it an energy drink, but whatever. That's nonetheless. But brother, if somebody didn't know that you're jumping with your opponent on a Spanish fly, that's a fucking idiot. Like your fan is a fucking idiot if they didn't know that. Like who wouldn't have known that? Look. You can see his knees buckle down, and while he's jumping, like you can see.
If you really tried to do that to a nigga, like they would not flip. Like
you would fall back by yourself. They wouldn't flip. They would stay still. They would stay stiff and still, and you would fall back.
Right.
Or they'll face plant. They'll fall on their face.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. They wouldn't even.
They might just fall on their face if anything. But yeah, man.
I think kayfabe's alive in a different way though. Like fans are buying into the storylines, but they don't actually believe this shit in real life. They're just kind of a part of the show now. You know how like WWE always say, "Oh, no one's the bigger superstar than you." It's like the fans are a part of the show now. Like they play along with whatever's going on. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel kayfabe is alive in a way, but the way we know it, dead, dead. Motherfuckers posting the script to shows before the show start on Twitter.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Like, bro, motherfucker, we can't even, like, when somebody's coming back, it can't even be a surprise anymore. Like, motherfuckers are reporting on it days before.
I see that.
Anytime you think something's, anytime I see rumors about something online, that's how I know it's a chance it might happen, because it always goes like that. Like, it's weird.
What happened then? We were like, can nothing be a secret anymore? Because something happened in wrestling. I know we're not both like really watching it super, but we both seen it on the TL, and we were like, is nothing a secret anymore? I can't remember what it was.
I forgot. I know. I remember we said that about it.
Yeah, I just like, what the fuck? It was somebody's return, and we were like, what the fuck? Like, can we at least keep this under wraps? Somebody would have been excited about this,
right?
But okay, so Dominic and Rhea, they're the only 2 who's doing kayfabe.
Right, yeah, you did ask me about that. I think it's dope. I've been keeping up, even though I don't watch like a lot of their segments. I think Dominic is like definitely improved from when we used to watch when he was teaming with his dad. He's and then Rhea, she's always been a good wrestler, but she's getting into her groove too. I think it's a good pairing. It reminds me of like Eddie Guerrero and China back in the day.
Yes, I think that's what they're going for. I'm pretty sure that's what they're going for.
Yeah, I think it's a good. They're like a good duo.
And Dominic, right? He has like the most heat out of he has more heat than either of his fathers ever had.
Yeah, dude.
Guerrero
They hate him.
Or,
they hate
Ray.
him.
Yeah, nobody's
he-
had heat like Ray.
He just won the North American title. They were booing shit out of him.
I don't know if there's any Latino Hispanic superstar that has had this much heat in WWE. Like not even Alberto Del Rio, and he had.
You don't think Eddie had that much heat when he used to do heel shit?
Eddie had like they're booing. I guess they're doing the same thing with Dominic.
But nah, Dom had they
like,
boo him a lot.
Dominic
louder.
can't get out a word. Like,
Yeah,
it's different. Like everybody like loved Eddie, and though they were booing him because they liked him, but like and they understood the gimmick or whatever, they understood that like heels are supposed to be booed, and I like this heel, so let me boo him so he can still be a heel and not be babyface. I get that with Eddie, but and I get it's kind of a little bit of that going on with this because they know that Dom's doing a great job becoming his own man, and so but he can't even get a word out. Just the fact that he can't speak on the mic, he probably can't even hear himself. I heard Logan Paul say that, and I thought that was great. Like
that's crazy, bro. That's like I couldn't imagine that. Like you trying to get a word out on your promo and you can't even hear yourself talk because motherfuckers booing you so damn loud.
Yeah, like I don't think I don't want to say like not many guys, no matter what color they are, have gotten heat like this, but like especially no Hispanic wrestler has. Not even Alberto Del Rio, and he had heat. He has crazy heat now though, like actual real hatred. This ain't just
if he come back, he might give Dom a run for his money.
I don't think they would boo that loud. I think they'd just not say nothing. I don't think people show up. You know, people hate that.
Nah, they ain't bring him back.
How do you think Buddy Murphy feels about that? The kayfabe story thing going on.
I would hope he doesn't fuck with it, cause bro be touchy feely, bro.
Bro, Dominic, you see the pictures of Dominic and Rhea on Instagram, and Dominic's hand is like very close to her ass, like as close to a woman's ass as you can get without actually touching her ass. Yeah, that's where his hand is.
I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming since they're wrestlers, like they probably know that's like their job, so they kind of he probably doesn't feel how we think he feels about it. But I mean, as a man though, like
until Max Caster comes out and tells everybody that you're a fucking cuck.
Yeah. But he probably thought that shit was funny, bro. Knowing these wrestlers, he probably told him to say that shit.
Oh yeah, like on some Adam 22 shit.
Yeah. Like bro, you should call me a cuck, bro.
You should definitely call me a cuck out there tonight, bro. I'm feeling like a cuck. You should call me one.
I think it'll be good heat, bro.
Bro, you get the right heat, man. Who do you think is the finest pro wrestler?
Damn.
Sasha Banks, man. Girls, that Valerie Laredo girl that came from mixed martial arts, she's bad. She's on NXT.
Valerie Laredo.
Yeah, she's on NXT. Mexican girl, Hispanic girl on NXT. She's bad. I'm gonna send it to you tonight. You gonna be like, yeah, she's bad.
I think I'm gonna go with Bianca Belair.
Bianca Belair is bad.
That's a baddie right there.
That's a baddie.
Respectfully.
Right, yeah, she's married. Very respectfully.
Very respectfully.
Very respectfully. And I respect
Unlike Nick Cannon.
Nick Cannon don't give a fuck. Nick Cannon don't give a damn.
Nick Cannon crazy.
These niggas trying to shot right in front of him.
Crazy.
Trying to put Montez on some Adam 22 shit.
Hey, he trying to. That's somebody who might get them a match. It sounds like he trying to set up a match. At Mania.
Nick Cannon versus Montez. Hey, bro, that'd actually be if Nick.
Be some fire shit.
Yeah, that'd be promo wise. It'd be fire. Promo wise.
It will be fire. Hey, you not lying.
Fuck.
You not be lying.
Fire as fuck. Nick Cannon versus Montez. All promos, like the video packages and them in ring.
Promos.
Backstage. All the media type stuff. That would be fire as fuck.
I think we just gave them an idea. I think we need some money.
Oh, they're not going to take our idea.
They're not going to. Yeah, they're not going to.
They're not going to.
This nigga's not even going to be on Mania.
They don't like doing what's obviously good.
Right.
What's obviously good, they're like, no, we'd rather do something that's, surprisingly bad.
Triple H doing a little better, but I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
overall, you all right.
He's like a watered down Vince. That's why it's better.
He's like a Vince with a conscience.
When he did, Vince with a conscience. That's the way to put it. When he did NXT, I love Triple H's work, but like everything right now, it just feels like a watered down Vince. Like when I go back to watch a show, or when I go back to watch a clip on YouTube or whatever, it just feels like a watered down Vince. More so than Triple H and NXT.
When I see what happens on the shows, I don't feel like I miss much. I just tune into like my favorite people. Like if Roman has a segment, I'm gonna watch whatever he's doing. Seth, I'm watching whatever he's doing. Judgment Day, like little people here and there, I fuck with Gunther, but overall, it's the same shit.
Same.
Matches are better because Triple H probably let them do a little more.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. Triple H letting them not all wrestle with the same fucking moveset.
Right, but other than that, I mean, it's not really exciting.
Yeah, for sure. And then HBK, he books like Vince, but like Vince in the 90s. So like all the women are like half naked and shit.
Yeah,
which is fire. Shout out to HBK.
HBK just doing it whatever. Yeah. HBK down there doing whatever.
Yeah, HBK going crazy for sure.
Shout out HBK.
So did we get a pick on who's the finest wrestler?
I'm going Bianca.
Just them three? Is there anybody else that's up there in the conversation? Does you think? For a white woman, Scarlett's pretty beautiful. It's a beautiful white woman.
I can't think on the top of my head how she look right now.
Scarlett?
Yeah.
You don't remember how she looked with Karrion Kross? Holy shit.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't.
Holy shit.
That's somebody who I'm not watching.
My dad
any match he's in, anything with them, I'm not watching that. Not gonna lie to you.
You said fuck her.
What's her name? What's that girl in the House of Black? She's pretty straight. I don't know if I would say. I don't know if I would say
House
top 3 though.
Who the fuck is in the House of Black?
What's her name?
The girl used to be a cheerleader. What's her fucking name? I don't know her name, but I know she used to be a
Julia Hart.
Julia Hart.
She. I don't know if she's top 3, but
I'd take Anna Jay over Julia Hart.
Anna Jay's up there.
Yeah.
What's Sammy Guevara's girl? What's her name?
Tay Conti.
Tay Conti. She's. I don't know if I'll say top 3 though.
Hey, remember when I told you they should do a group, just the 4 of them? Jungle Boy, Sammy, Tay Conti, and Anna Jay. Remember I told you that?
I do remember you said that.
I think we're getting closer to that actually happening.
I don't
Jungle
know.
Boy's finna turn heel. The
He's
other
heel,
two,
yeah, he's
the
heel
other
now.
ones are already heel.
Right.
We might be close to that. Actually, it's a possibility now. They're all being heels. Get them together.
Anything's possible with Tony Khan booking.
But that's something.
You got MJF and Adam Cole teaming.
That is crazy. See, that's what I'm talking about. And that's not. I wouldn't say bad. It's just different.
It's over though. Like it's crazy.
It's different. But like what I'm talking about is just in your face, obvious. Like Tay Conti and Anna Jay are beautiful women and they are best friends.
Right.
Put them together. Then you have 2 pillars of your 4 that are coupled up with them. Put them all in a group of 4. They're not teenagers, of course. They're like young adults, but they look like teenagers. You can get away with the arrogant teen angle thing. It's the perfect thing to do, and they just won't do it. That's what I talk about.
Yeah, it's a lot of
obviously
stuff
good
that he
shit
could do that he doesn't do.
It's just heartbreaking when some shit is obvious. Like it's like in front of you, like it's right in front of you.
Right.
Do something with this. Like Wardlow. Like it's in front of you. Do something with this guy, please. You know what I mean?
Destroyed Wardlow.
Has Wardlow even been back? Speaking of destroyed, let's talk about AJ Francis. Yeah, that fucking dork. Remember when like wrestlers were supposed to be in shape and like they're supposed to be like peak physique? Remember when you turn a TV on and wrestlers would show a physique that you would be jealous of, or that you would like hope that you would grow into one day?
Right.
Remember that? Right. That guy doesn't fucking have that.
Bro, AJ Francis, bro. I guarantee, bro. You put me in a booth with you, bro. I'ma destroy you, bro. I'm telling you right now. Bar for bar, you can't fuck with me. I promise you. Your shit is weak. That shit's corny. When I was quoting you on Twitter, I was joking around because I fuck with bro. Like I fucked with bro. And like Hit Row, I thought there was a trash ass group, but like if I had to pick a favorite person that's not that, because Swerve's obviously in another company.
Yeah, Swerve's gone.
Out of the other 2 people, well, I'd probably pick B-Fab. But out the other two, like who would I want to see in a match?
The third up guy.
Yeah, who would I want to see in a match? Guy? It would be Top Dollar, but I guess he was in his feelings because I said his shit was like his freestyle was weak. I'm just trolling. You know, I mean, it was weak.
It was weak, but he blocked you for
he blocked me, bro. So you can't fuck with me bar for bar, and your shit weak.
His shit is weak,
and you can't wrestle.
I don't think he can fuck with you bar for bar, and I know he can't wrestle. I seen him try to do a frog splash, but he never went up. He just went down the whole time. Like
he blocked me before he blocked Michael Cole.
Boom. Nigga blocked me too.
He blocked you. Oh yeah, you said something to him too.
I went crazy though. Because I seen he blocked you, and I got upset about. I'm very protective over my friends, my real friends, and so when I seen he blocked you from some shit like that, hold on, give me a second. Oh, that just died. Okay, when I seen he blocked you for some shit like that, I was just like, fuck this guy. Let's get him out of here.
Dude, you're a wrestler. Like, why are you getting in your feelings?
Why are you so sensitive? Like,
yes, bro.
Your job is to be a cosplay fighter, and you're like the softest motherfucker.
Right. You gonna block a nigga if he boo you in person? Like, what you gonna do about that?
Very
but
weird.
if it's just like somebody booing in person, bro, and somebody in your mentions saying somebody, so that's just like a fan booing you. Somebody can say the same shit to him in person. He ain't gonna block him in person.
Very much weirdo behavior. I don't get it. And I thought wrestlers supposed to be tough. Like, I don't know. That's
you gotta that they only want to see positive shit.
Yeah, I think that's what's wrong with our generation, that we have so many people that are just stands and dick riders of any and everything, that they think that people think that every single response or feedback that they get is supposed to be positive. I promise you, whoever's out there watching, when somebody is speaking about you, there's probably somebody speaking about me right now. 9 times, well, let's just be realistic, probably like 6 or 7 times out of 10, they're not saying something that I would want to hear. That's how life goes. That's life. When people are speaking about you, about 6 or 7 times out of 10, they're not going to be saying something favorable or something that you would want to hear. So
yeah,
you just got to.
I don't like hearing my name. You ever like hear your name? Like you ever be at work, you just hear your name. You just like, man,
why are you talking about me?
What you saying my name for?
Yes.
Like, are you at school?
Yes.
You're a teacher. Like, what the fuck you bringing my name up for, nigga?
Yes. Yes.
I hate hearing my name, bro.
All right, so we're gonna wrap this thing up, but I wanted to ask you about a few tweets that you have tweeted. I went through your tweets and I found a few things. These are recent. They're within the last month.
Okay.
But June 29, 2023, you said you can def be a gangster and snitch at the same time.
All right, bro. So I'm gonna tell you what I was watching and why I said that shit. So I think I was watching Power, and it's mad niggas on there will shoot your ass, kill you, all type of shit, but they snitch, like they rat on you too. But there's even rappers like. I'm not gonna say any names, but
say their names.
Nah, I ain't gonna say no names.
Bro, say their names.
There's even rappers that, like, even though you may think, okay, he ratted, he's a snitch, or he cooperated, or there's a lot of people being exposed right now for snitching, bro. Like, I mean, some of them, there's not a shadow of a doubt in my mind that if it was time to get busy, that mean that they're not gonna get busy. So when I said that, like, I've always thought that in general, like, because a lot of people think, oh, just because somebody's a rat, like, they won't still do something to you. Like, they just didn't want to get in trouble. They just got out of trouble. That don't mean that, you know what I'm saying? Like, they still ain't gangster,
So, what was the inspiration for that tweet? Like, who was the gangster rat? Alpo? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I said Power. I was watching Power.
Oh, okay. You was watching Power. Okay. Yeah. My bad. I didn't catch that. I don't know. Maybe I was spaced out. All right. So, your next tweet. On June 19th, 2023, you said, I ain't making an album anymore. Just the EP. But it'd be good. Why you not making an album anymore?
So since then, I'm making a project. Since then,
so it went from album to EP to mixtape.
Right. So at first I was gonna do an album, then I changed it up. I was like, I'm gonna drop an EP, but now I have enough. I have two at this point. I have more songs for me to even call it an EP. At this point, I have 8 songs right now that I'm for sure gonna drop. So at this point, it's not even EP anymore.
Yeah, EP should be somewhere between like 4 to 6 songs.
Right. Well, it's actually 7. And then after you go to 8, they consider it on Apple Music, and all the other shit is considered a project. And I'm trying to aim for like 12 to 15 songs. So
oh wow,
it's gonna be like one of my. It's not my first because I've dropped projects before, like on that Piff and shit. But Apple Music, Spotify wise, this would be like my first full length project. Day 2.
Will you really never drop a Would you never drop a 25 song album? Because I know you don't like long albums.
I mean, I would, but not right now. I would. It'd have to be like after, if once a nigga get on more. Right now, still coming up, so I ain't really just in that mindset of just dropping 20 songs. Like that just sounds crazy. But if a nigga ever got like more, or once a nigga gets more notoriety and gets more foot in the game, for sure. Like, I don't know about 25. That's kind of extreme, but like somewhere between 17 and like maybe 22.
There's been a lot of people that dropped 25 this year.
Yeah, 25 is insane. I mean, I know I can do it, but I don't want to do that. Like, that's just too much music, bro, on one project to me, But somewhere between 17 and maybe I'll say 21. Once I get more known, I can see myself doing that.
Okay, and your final tweet that I wanted to talk about, at 3 p.m. on July 2nd.
Some police
you
shit.
said
I'm fucking with this though. This is a cool ass segment. Like I hope you're gonna be doing this in every episode.
I'll be doing this for people that I give a fuck about.
Okay.
I give a fuck to see their tweets.
Okay.
Because I went through a lot of your tweets.
Segment, bro.
I went through a lot of your tweets, a lot of your retweets, and a lot of stuff that we retweet, like a lot of the same things. But
right.
It takes a lot of time to be
I
want to talk about this, or I don't want to talk about this.
Right.
Okay, so at 3 p.m. July 2nd, you said got like 10 skips, but Uzi shit fire. And I want to talk to you about this because I'm like, how could some shit be fire and have 10 skips? I just didn't understand.
Cause, bro, I'm gonna tell you where.
I understand now. After V's album, after V's album, I understand how you can have 10 skips and still have a fire album. I definitely do now, but
cause like
I don't know about this.
I think Uzi's album was like what 26 songs.
Yeah.
And so 10, I mean, that's still 16 that I like, So I thought it was fire.
16 that you liked or loved. Like,
okay. Here's the thing. So when I tweeted that, I liked 16 songs.
Yeah.
But like over time, when you're like constantly listening to something, it's like,
put this down.
Now I like 5 songs.
Yeah.
Or now I like 10 songs.
Now I like 3.
And I still like the other ones, but now I only play 10 songs. Like now I only play 3. Like,
I only play I Gotta.
I mean, I'll play a couple more, but
I play I Gotta 2 times, and I play the one with Don Toliver. But it's not because Don Toliver. Everybody knows me and my beef with Don Toliver. I don't have a beef with him as a person. I have a beef with his music.
Right.
But everybody knows about that. But it's because he's not on that song really. Like he's just harmonizing in the background, like what Drake did to Chris Brown. He's just
on Not You Too.
Yeah, on Not You Too. That's what Lil Uzi did to Don Toliver. I got him in the background harmonizing.
I do like that song. I also like the I Gotta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, I still don't get how the fuck. I do now because
I gave you the context, man.
Did,
at the time, 16 out of 26. Like, come on.
But you didn't love all of those, like.
But there was some fire on there. What'd you say? I said what was my exact words? I said there was some fire on there, right?
Yeah, you said about 10 skips. You said got like 10 skips, but that Uzi shit fire.
Yeah, so I mean, it was some fire shit on there, but 10 skips,
That
26 album, 10 skips is not that bad.
The phrase that Uzi shit is fire. It's funny because you know what the album's called, and you just call it that Uzi shit. Like it's a funny way to put it too. Like
Pink Tape fire. It's really for the viewers, cause like most people don't keep up with album names, so I just like shit Uzi album. Like that's I just tweet shit for the viewers to see like how they would view it. Cause if I say Pink Tape, motherfucker might not even know. They might have just heard that motherfucker and might not even know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
That's just for the Twitter shit.
For sure. Well, this was accountable, everybody. Thank you, my brother, for doing this. You are very first one. Number 1. You are the first one on Accountable, and you're the first one to record in here.
Anytime, man. It's an honor, man.
Yes, sir. All right. Appreciate you again. We're out, everybody. Peace.